On this edition of the Koffers, bigger is better. All right, everyone, we've gone through the entire run of the 6-inch figures, and we are now in the championship rounds of these Godzilla x Kong toy reviews. Got 2 more left, and this one is going to be on the giant size Godzilla Evolved figure. So we took a look at the 6-inch one the other day. You can find that in on our listings. And we're gonna do a little compare and contrast, considering that I have both figures. And we're gonna see how the big guy stacks up to the little guy. So here's the basic card. As you can see, there's Kong and Godzilla. It's the giant. So these guys usually just sit on the edge. There's the side. And then unlike the 6-inchers, we get nice big, just a nice big full size setup on these guys. And then if you wanna, there you go. So yeah, so that's the packaging. Let's crack this guy open and see how he looks. All right, we got him open. So 2 pieces, tail and body. And much like the other one, we are going to have to get out the trusty air dryer to get this guy into that ball and socket joint. All right, the big boy is complete. Now let's get down to brass tacks here and talk about this actual figure. So like the previous Godzilla vs. Kong line that Playmates put out, completely plastic. This is one hard plastic body, similar to the Scar King that I reviewed the other day as well. And much like the little 6-inch version of this guy, not much on articulation. So as you can see here, arm, and he's got the same leg stance since there's no articulation. Well, actually, there is movement in the foot. So there is that. And then there's the tails on the ball. So it moves just slightly. And that's all you get for your $24. But that said, this is meant for kids, so kids like big toys. And as far as like the sculpting goes, it's not bad. You take a look there. There's some minor detailing. The one upside to this figure over the small one is that they actually bothered to paint in the elbow spikes. And all of the back spikes are clear plastic. So if you shine a light through them, they give a cool little glow. And also, like the 6-inch, they do this thing, which bugs the heck out of me. The tail is the same kind of plastic. They just paint over it. I just wish they could at least match the color scheme. This bothers me. I don't know why this bothers me, but this bothers me because even the paint aesthetic doesn't completely match up. The other downfall to these figures that I get that I hate is since it's one giant body piece, you got these screw holes. Ah, they're so ugly. Yeah. I really wish they would at least just close these up. And there's really no reason you're going to need to open this guy unless you're some customizer, but no kid's a customizer. So, and all these do, since they're exposed, these eventually just rust away. And then when these things are laying around in 10, 15 years, when either hardcore collectors have abandoned them and the kids going back to buying them because they want their childhood back, these things are just going to be completely rusted and rotting out. So that is the downfall to these kinds of toys. So other than that, let's see, there's the, and oh, okay, so we got movability on the jaw. That is a plus. The face sculpt's actually not bad. I kind of dig it. Let's get a look of him right there. And the upside is they actually did bother to properly paint the eye compared to the small one. So let's pull the small one out. We can do a quick compare and contrast. So there you go. They're almost verbatim the same thing. Like I said, they didn't bother to color in the elbow spikes versus the elbow spikes there. At least the tail, it does this messy paint job. I will give them credit that the paint is at least consistent. They both have these see-through spikes, but the difference on this one is that this is one solid molding. It goes here versus, this is a sloppy video, I apologize. Versus the head being a completely different mold compared to the rest of the body. So that is your Godzillas. And the little guy has the flame effect. This guy has nothing. And that is it. This is a much quicker review. These big guys don't offer a lot in details, and they're so far almost verbatim just blow-ups of the 6-inch versions. So you kind of pick your poison. Now the 6-inch ones are $10. These guys are $24. So it is a matter of what you want on your shelf. Now I will say that most likely in a year's time, X Plus is probably going to have a version of this guy in the same exact scale, much more detailed, but much more expensive. So if you want your detailing, maybe wait for that. If you want something cheap just to kind of put on your shelf, or something for your kids, this is the perfect way to go. And that will wrap up this edition of the Koffers. If you like what you have seen here, please hit like and subscribe. Or don't, because it is a free country. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if you do like the sound of my nasally voice, we do have a podcast. It is the Kaiju Kingdom podcast, hosted by myself and my wonderful co-host, Jessica Sang. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. Or if you don't want to download, you can find our show on any of your favorite podcast streamers, and all of our social media is in the show notes of this video. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.